forgot the light. Hold on. Ooh, that's bright. Yeah. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Private Pooper's Adventures. Thank you for joining me. My name is Caleb, also known as Private Pooper. For those of you that don't like guns, good news for you. Today, I am going to show you a few of the items that I take with me whenever I go camping. Now, I'm not usually used to holding something like this, so bear with me. Yeah, I'm just going to show you a few of the things that I take with me whenever I go camping. It depends upon the different seasons of the time of the year. The tent that you will see is kind of like a 4-season tent. So, but without further ado, here it is. These are some of the items I take with me. I take a wool blanket, and this is what's known as a woobie, but it's also known as a poncho liner. I've had this since I was in the Army. One other thing that I take is a battery pack, just in case my phone dies. I take a chair. Now this chair, it sits really low to the ground, so yeah. I do have other chairs that I can take, but this one's the smallest one, and a lot of the times this one will be the one on the inside of the, well, not on the inside, on the outside of the tent by the fire so I can sit down. And then I have a cot. I have two different cots. One cot I've had since I was 16 years old. I was down in Chalmette, Louisiana in 2006, trying to clean up after Hurricane Katrina. We were doing one house, and I was walking through the area, and I saw a pile of cots, and this was all by the Red Cross. And I went back and I asked the lady, and then she went and asked another lady, like, if I could have one of those cots. And it was the last lady that got asked was the lady that was in charge. And she said, yeah, go ahead and take one. After we're done, we're going to throw them away. And I'm like, okay. So, yeah, I've had the Red Cross tent since I was 16 years old. But this one is a Coleman tent. It is kind of like a military style cot, because as you can see, it's got the T-bar or the bar running across, which stretches out the material and makes it tight so you can sleep on it. Another thing I take, just depends upon the time of the year, is sleeping bags. Now this one's a 30-degree sleeping bag, and if you're in cold weather situations, yeah, that's whenever these blankets come in handy, like real in handy. But if it's in colder climates, I use this blanket. This is a Trapper sleeping bag from Cabela's, and it is 20 degrees Fahrenheit rated, but that's just what it's rated for. I mean, but for cold nights, this is really nice, along with having the wool blanket and the woobie on top of the cot. The woobie goes on top of the cot and kind of insulates it, keeps it warm. And then I will get inside this, and then I will put this over the top of me to keep me warm. Another thing I bring is a pillow. Yeah. And also another thing I bring is some sort of a backpack tent. This was just one I just pulled out for to show you. It's a small little tent, like that. It's a small little backpack tent, and it fits basically all the essentials on the inside. And another video I will go over the essentials, but for right now I'm just gonna show you what I usually have. This is a 10-person tent. I believe it's a 4-season, if I'm right. Usually it says how many seasons. A lot of the tents say how many seasons they are, but this one doesn't. Unless I'm wrong and you guys see it, let me know. But it's a 10-person sleep, and it sleeps 10 people. But it's just mean the reason why I like having a bigger tent is so, like, whenever I go out, I want to keep track of the weather, whether it's raining or whether it's going to be a storm coming. I want to keep track of it because sometimes where I go, there's not really any signal to give off to where it's like my phone can let me know notifications if a storm breaks out or something like that. So that's why I like having a 10-person tent, is so I can put a table on the inside, another chair, and have a station to check for the weather. And I also use these type of stakes because the stakes that come with this tent are not exactly the best. These aren't exactly the best stakes, but they're cheap, and if they bend, you can just discharge them and go and get more. I mean, they're cheap stakes. So, and yes, for those who are going to be commenting, did you see the teddy bear in the back? There's a story behind that. And yes, I do still sleep with it. A grown man sleeping with a teddy bear. There's a story behind that bear. On April 19th, 1995, Timothy McVeigh blew up the Murrah Building. Some of you don't know it, and for those of you who don't know about it, go look it up, and you will know. I was there. Well, not there when the building exploded, but I was in Oklahoma City whenever it blew up. I was there. My cousin was right across the street. My uncle was a firefighter, and he was 5 blocks whenever it blew up. He said that he had just got off call, and he took a shower, and he just got into the recliner to recline and relax. He said right as soon as he reclined, he said it sounded like a jet crashed into the building. What I remember is all of a sudden the house just shaking. I was helping my aunt out doing dishes, and she had figurines inside the windowsill, and they started shaking, and a couple of them fell over. And that's whenever we found out that the Murrah Building blew up. Plus, my grandma and my grandpa were 11 blocks away. I think it was 11 blocks away. But after the blast, my dad took me, and we went to go check on my grandpa at the hospital there. I can't remember which hospital. It was the nearest one that was there. But we went to go check on my grandpa after the blast. But turns out it's like my grandpa was fine, but everybody from nearby parts of where the blast had been happening started coming in. So yeah, that was something that a 5-year-old shouldn't have seen, but it happened. So yeah, for Christmas in 1995, my uncle gave me and my brother these bears as a Christmas present, and I still sleep with him today. I guess it's kind of like a little comfort buddy. He will always be there. But anywho, that is just the basics. Right now, I'm going to show you of what I usually take when I go camping. There is actually a lot more. The I'm going to try and upgrade on the power banks to not just having the power banks, but actually having like a power station to where it's like I can actually become one of those glampers and plug in a refrigerator so I can have like my on the go coffees, my Black Rifle coffees. I can have those with me and they'll still be cold. And I thought it would be cool. But, uh, yeah, I have slept with an air mattress inside that tent. And it was okay, but it deflated. So having a cot for me is actually the best idea. So, with that being said, this is a small little particle. Uh, I'll actually let you know real quick where I got the stuff. This, of course, as you can tell if you've ever been there, this came from Academy. And of course, this is just plain and clear as to where I got it. And this, they sell these at Walmart. I think they sell these at, I think they sell these at Bass Pro. But I got this one from Academy. And this type of chair, I don't think they make this type of chair anymore. I'm not sure. But I got this one from Cabela's. This wool blanket, this is one of my Civil War reenacting wool blankets. And I got this one from a place called Fall Creek Sutlery. And with the power bank that I have here, I picked it up from a farm and home store here where I live. And I have no clue where I got this. It's been so long ago. But there is a place called Zero Foxtrot, and they make woobies, and they make advanced woobies to where it's like the advanced ones have more to where it keeps you warmer. I mean, these will still keep you pretty warm. I've slept with just this in parts where it was cold, and I was fine. And for this backpack, I got this at Cabela's. And for the tent, I got the tent at Academy. Of course, you can tell from mostly brand names of like where they're actually from. And the stakes, I got those from Academy. Also, another thing that I take whenever I go camping is a flashlight. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you can guess why you need a flashlight. But this flashlight, I'll actually show you something. It has a little hook that reaches back around, like it can actually go in your pocket. But if you take it and you put it on your hat, it's hard to do this with one hand. Come on. Now you guys just get to see my bald head. Fully. Okay, there we go. But yeah, it's like you sit there, you go and you have a headlamp. And it's like you can turn it on and you can turn it off. So that's one of the nice things about this flashlight. I got this flashlight at Academy for like $20. Some of the stuff in this thing, they are going to cost you some money. But the one thing, besides from the money that you will be paying for this, the one thing that you will be getting back out of this stuff is the memories. A lot of good memories. So, with that being said, I'm Private Pooper, also known as Caleb. I'm saying it backwards like I did at the beginning of the video. But if you want to see more content, like better than this, like probably whenever I get a new better camera, instead of me just sitting at my table and at the chair and me just looking into the camera and doing a video for the channel, please hit subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to see more, because there will be more. And also, if you see this and you like it, please like the video. I'm not going to force you to, but please like the video. And until then, Alpha Mike Foxtrot